presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand uprising, my people. Once again, it's a privilege and prerogative, and it's a beautiful thing to be alive. Thank the Creator for giving me the health, strength, courage, knowledge, wisdom, long life, and understanding to be on a platform like this, where I can expatiate my mental faculties, dispensating information to my people that perish by lack of knowledge. So good morning again, good morning. So, it's a beautiful thing to be alive. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, my island, Tobago, my twin island, Trinidad and Tobago. Very proud to be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, and even proud to be a Tobagonian. Dallafordian, what's going on, my people? How are things going up there? Hope everybody's doing fine this morning. You know, once again, disclaimer, personal disclaimer. I consider myself an intelligent brother because I do not know everything. Some of us didn't know we didn't know. Some of us still don't know that we don't know. And some of us think we know, but we don't know we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But those who knows not and knows not that they knows not, you know what happened there, right? Frog, smoke your pipe. So good morning again. Blessed morning to my people. Good morning, Michael Best. What's happening in Dallaford, my brother? My first cousin, a.k.a. Sheppy. How you doing this morning? My cousin Scrappy, good morning to you. How are things, man? How are things? All my Dallafordian people. Dave Ferguson, what's going on? Buddy, Kurt McKetney, a.k.a. Buddy. What's going on, brother? I hope you're on the road doing your thing, you know. Constructive, brother. Stay safe on the road there. My brethren, Keith O'Neill. Frame, a.k.a. Frame, what's going on to you? And my brethren locked on in Canada, Keith O'Neill's brother. Kurt O'Neill, what's going on, my brother? I know you're locked on. See you send a message this morning there. I hope all is well with you, man. I hope all is well with you. Continue to shade under the golden branches of the Creator's love and care. So good morning. Snipes, what's going on, man? Doggy, wagwan. How everybody doing, man? David Sampson, how my Dallaford people doing? How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Sending love, sending love. Let me just say this real quick. I have a office that I do my therapeutics in Tobago, okay? And a lot of times I come up and do my stuff up there. It's located by Mr. Silver Sports in Sergeant Kane. But I'm only going to come up if I have 5 appointments to deal with, so that it's worth your time and my time. Once I get those 5 appointments, I do that sort of frequently. But I want to announce it more on the air, so you know. Set up your appointment. My consultations are free. If there's something you need to discuss with me on the phone before I come up, then maybe that can help in the appointment time. But I'm willing to do all that. All right. So I just want you guys to know that. Wait for the number again, and you could come and see me. Just understand again what my disclaimer is. I know I don't know everything, but hear what I do know. I do know how to apply synergistically botanical nutrition / botanical herbs to the human body so it can heal itself. All right, so let me go on. So my Dallas people again, blessed morning. Snipes again, hope all is well. Dougie and all my brethrens up there, the youths in Dallaford, you all keep standing tall, man. I hope everything is good with you guys, and you continue to shade under the golden branches of the Creator's care. All right, see, a brethren sent a message here for me, but I'm not sure who this brethren is because he didn't send a name, and I don't have you in my phone. So I wish that brother, you just send me there. I see RASS Bago. Let me know who it is. Nice going, bro. Keep it up, man. Well, thanks, man. Let me know who you are so I can give you a nice love and shout out, brother. Just send the name for me. All right, I appreciate that. And like I said again, my reason for being on a platform like this is to educate. So please appreciate. Please don't call my program and tell me how I am. I already know that. Don't call into my program and tell me the weaknesses and dotishness that I've done in my life, I already know that. I embarrass myself, so you can't embarrass me. Don't call my program for those things. By definition, if you want to know something that I'm talking about here, by all means, that pertaining to the program or something that is going on with you chronically, talk to me about that. And I'm sure I can bring some sort of pacificity to the situation, all right? Some sort of situation that can be pacified. And I'm sure I will be able to help you out there, all right? So that's my personal disclaimer. So my big old people, blessed morning to you all. My siblings, Wax Dog, Kenneth Johnson, what's going on, my brother? Kerry, a.k.a. Kerry Packer, what's up? Lynette, how you doing, darling? My lovely sister, Allison, again, my nice up, pretty sister, good morning to you. Mommy, good morning to you. Joe Blunt, good morning, good morning, good morning. And my dancer boy brother, Keith Johnson, a.k.a. Bowich, good morning to you. Internationally known, good morning to you. I hope all is well. All is well. Sincerely hope all is well. Hey, my brother Harris, man. Harris Jack. Well, we go way, way back. Good morning, my brother. You know what happened? My phone crashed, and I lost your number. I had your number for years, and that's why I knew the number looked familiar, but I didn't recognize. Hope all is well with you, my brother, and you continue to share under the golden branches of God love. You're doing good things, bro. You're doing real good things. Thanks again for your impact on the young men and people in Tobago, and by extension, well, even in Trinidad. So, Harris, keep doing your thing, man. Mr. Harris Jack, blessings to you, brother. You know, you run things in the MTS department. You're the boss. And nobody can stop you with that. And when you go on from there, your legacy would live on because you're sharp like razor. Take your time, my brother. Much love. Love in the house. So, again, let me just say this. My big old people, I am proud of you guys, regardless of what we're going through in life. The best thing we have to do is take one day at a time. And do not mind, forget the cacophony of society. And when I use the word cacophony, the noise, right? Don't let nobody knock you because you sin differently to them. We need to learn how to get together in life. We need to learn how we should love one another, because that's the reason we are so unglued. We are so dismantled. And I always use this term that that's the way they control us. Once they divide, it's easy to rule you. It's easy not to think for yourself. And then you start believing the outside noise, the cacophony. So blessed morning again to all my people in Bago. My brother Borich again, good morning. Luddy, good morning to you, man, and all my people. Wax Dog Senior, blessed morning to you, my brother. Andy Daniel, hope all is well with you, man. And you continue to do what you need to do. All right, so Premier out of service. My boy Ray, please check Ray out. Ray has all kind of windshield going on, and he's very, very competitive in terms of his prices. So give Ray a call, man. Premier Auto Services. Well, let me tell you, when I talk about windshield, he has windshield for everything. Even the car that then make you a windshield for. So go and check him out. 707-7400. 707-7400. Give Ray a call today. All right? He has a branch in Trinidad. He has one in Tobago, and he has one up the island. One of those islands. I think it's St. Vincent or one of those places. So give him a call. Ray will handle his story. So blessed morning, everybody. Good morning. Keller and Mama, good morning to you. You guys was by me yesterday. Mama looking as fine as she wants to be. And Keller, my brother, keep standing tall, bro. Keep standing tall. You're a good one, and you're blessed. You have good people around you. You got your queen, which is your mama, and you got your queen, your wife, who supports you 100%. So keep standing tall. Many of us are not that blessed. So keep standing tall, brother. Much love to you. All right, so Mr. and Mrs. Santa Cruz, blessed morning to you. Angela Martin, good morning to you. Blessed morning, and blessed morning. Again, my cousin Scrappy, good morning. I like to send out my greetings like that. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. In this life, we all need each other to be each other. Without each other, we simply not each other. All right, so good. I think somebody else I have to send a love for. Wonder if Miss Beverly Lewis locked on to my program this morning. Beverly Lewis is my schoolmate from long time ago. I hope all is well with you, Beverly. Hope all is well with you. And my boy Crush, Dallas man again, blessed morning to you, brother. Hope you locked on. If you haven't, somebody gonna tell you that I was sending some love for you. All right? Much love in the house. Also, Mr. Curtis John, good morning to you. Good morning to you, soldier. Blessed morning. And don't call my phone, brethren. I'll give you a number to call in the station. Blessed morning, blessed morning, blessed morning. All right? Curtis John, I don't have no time to answer no phone, bro. Call the station and give me a contribution. Right? I want no Campari, no. to call now. My cousin Curtis, boy, hope all is well, man. And Jabba Joe's, Sergeant McKenna, good morning. So, I'm glad you listened to me now, because I know a couple of times you try and the reception wasn't as good. So, for you to be calling, I know, obviously, you're getting a good reception. So, good morning, my brother. Keep standing tall, all right? All right, save that drink for later. We'll do that later. All right, blessings, man. Again, my Mr. Khan, a.k.a. Bakuman, blessed morning to you. Blessed morning. And again, just remember that I have a sonographer working with me. You can call me if you want to set up an appointment. I'll give you my number. Set up. This man is as good as you can get. All right? He's as good as you can get. He will do the ultrasound, and I'll take it from there. And it's very in-depth. I witnessed it myself. I watch on the screen. I looked at his machine. I watch how he operates on things. Call me. I'll give you his number. All right? It's 753-4155 anyway. Right, Mr. Bram? 753-4155. You can give him a call, or you can give me a call. You'll get my number at the end of the show. So good morning, everybody. Again, blessed morning to you. Let me start off by saying that I want to ask a question, and I want you guys to ask yourself this question. Is the absence of disease good health? Think about that for a moment. Is the absence of disease good health? And let me give you what the definition of stress means. The definition of stress is for any living organism to experience stress and remains symptom-free. Now, during the program, I will merge those two things together, the definition of stress and the absence of disease, so you understand why I continue to do the things that I'm doing here, and why people need to keep their ears locked to my program as I guide them along. All right? Angie, good morning to you, my dear. Good morning, Angie. Angie just come to mind. Hope all is well with you, Angie. And Bruce, Mr. Mano ain't called me yet. Me ain't no going on with he. And I trying to reach out to him and I can't get him. So I don't know. I hope he's all right. All right, but yeah, so I don't know. All right, so Angie, hope all is well with you, my dear. Blessings to you. All right, so again, the definition of stress is for any living organism to experience stress and remain symptom-free and in a state of complete balance and equipoise, which means the body will remain in homeostasis. I will tell you along the road what that means. Here, what I want to talk about again. This morning, around 8:30, I will open up the lines, and anybody wants a question relating to what they are particularly experiencing now as it pertains to anything that is chronic, you can call in, and I'll do the best I can, the best I know how, to guide you along that road. All right? So, many of us go through the problems we go through because, let me explain this again, the stomach is the engine of the body. When you have a dysfunctional mitochondria, when you have a dysfunctional endoplasma, when you have a dysfunctional microbiome, you are in trouble. What disrupts these things? Again, what we eat. And I like to go over the things that we go over. I like to punctuate things and want it to be repetitive, because at the end of the day, this situation here that we are dealing with and the sickness, and when you want to get emotional with things that Mr. Johnson's saying, here what you need to do. Just walk into the health center. Once it's time for you to open, walk into the health center impromptu, your evidence is there. Walk into any hospital in Trinidad and Tobago, the evidence is there. There's 22 health centers in Tobago, and I still haven't researched how many is in Trinidad. I'm going to do that. But walk into anyone that's close to your village or your town, wherever it is, walk in there. Your evidence is right there. All right? Blessed morning to my brother from another mother, Police Officer Jason McPhee. Good morning, my brother. Boy, I never seen such person with such a big heart. Palos, I am glad our path crossed in this life, and there's a reason for it. You continue to stand tall. And I'm saying this on the air again. This brother is a police officer, and I use the word officer, police officer. There's a difference between a policeman and a police officer. And anybody could take that however they want. This man tried his best every time. I've been hanging out with this brother a long while now. And this brother will do everything in the world to let people know he's not a cop. And I admire that so much about him. I admire that so much about him. Listen, Mr. Jason McPhee, my brethren, keep standing tall, brother. Keep standing tall. Keep your head up. Keep that wheel to the shoulder. And just remember, in this life, just remember, tough times never last. Tough people do. And everything is temporarily temporary. All we have to do is be strong enough to go through that pain at that time. Just keep moving, because the lessons is there. And all the lesson will be there. There is a seed of equivalent benefit to every demise in life. So it's not really mistakes, it's life lessons. Other people who knock you and believe they don't sin, they're the one who knock you for it, rather than looking at their own selves. But a lot of times that's a deflection, because they don't want to face the zombie in them. So it's good to do the deflection. Like I said before, many people don't like how I talk. That's okay. Listen to the message. There is this bacteria in our stomach. It's called Akkermansia. Let me give you the long medical name for it. Akkermansia mucinophilia. Akkermansia lay on the bottom of your stomach floor, a kind of gluey, gummy stuff. Alright? Listen carefully. Akkermansia could be destroyed in a number of ways. One of the main ways is unnecessary pharmaceutical drugs. The other way is disrupted by highly ultra-processed foods. When Akkermansia is not there, we are in dire trouble. Let me give you another experience again, or another reason. Are people who go through a lot of gut issues, here is the problem with them. Sometimes they call me, Mr. Johnson, you know, I have a stomach issue here, and this by that, and I believe it's why I eat. My question to them always is, hold on, let me see who this is. A pleasant morning, blessed morning to you, Mr. Johnson, locked on and listening to your edifying program as I prepare for work. Orchid Mitchell. Blessings, brother. Blessings. Orchid Mitchell. Is that male or female? Orchid Mitchell. That kind of look unisex, you know. Identify, but I appreciate the message. Much love. I appreciate every encouragement I can get on here. Even if I am a plain-spoken person, what I do say matters to the people who are willing to learn from me. So, Orchid Mitchell, blessings flow. All right, appreciate that. Have yourself a stupendous, stupendous day. Blessed morning. Boy. When I just got some news there that is not too good. Wow. A brethren now sent a message to me and tell me his sister passed away yesterday. Very close brethren of mine. Yeah, brother. And I wouldn't want to attach to that what I would have warned them about. But use your head in what happened to us in the last 3 to 3.5 years. They would have taken 3 of those. And I warned. But I digress now because I don't want to get too emotional with that. Anyhow, please accept my condolences, my brother. I'll call you when I get off the air. All right. Let me maintain my composure here. Akkermansia mucinophilia. When that is gone, let me give you another explanation so you guys understand where I'm coming from. Because when I talk like this, I punctuate the importance of nutritional medicine. Nutritional medicine, botanical herbs. All right? They will call me, somebody may call me and they will tell me, listen, my gut so and so and so, and I believe it's what I've eaten last night or the day before. My question to them is always, Did this ever happen to you when you eat that particular food? Does it always happen? No. Well, it can't be that. It cannot be that. Allergies are not transient. It isn't transient. Allergies are allergies. It's what it is. It cannot allergic one time and re-allergic another time, and it don't work like that. What happens is that when you eat certain foods that collude or combine with other foods, what happens is that it messes with the pace of the stomach, which is the modality of the stomach. I want you to give this a little thought for a little while. Process this for a little while. If you're working in a factory on a conveyor belt, right? The conveyor belt operates on a certain type of speed. And I go over things like this because somebody will get it eventually. And the conveyor belt operates on a certain speed, right? So you there, you think of the product, you go to your worker, your colleague or worker, or however you want to call it, you think of it, he or she think of it, you go to our next person, eventually you get a finished product. And then the byproduct will come after that. Now imagine somebody secretly went and increased the pace, the speed of the conveyor belt. All hell break loose. Not that anything wrong with the people on the conveyor belt. Not that anything is wrong with the product on the conveyor belt. The speed of the conveyor belt get messed up. Well, let's suppose they even press a knob and it start reversing. All chaos, all problems everywhere. Chaos everywhere. In essence, that's very analogous to the human stomach. When you combine with certain food or there's a lack of nutrition thereof, or the body cannot refine what you just eat. It cannot process the food you eat. It cannot refine it. That is what you call methylation. It's not the vegetable you eat. It's not the fish you eat. It's not the chicken you eat. It's what that becomes once it makes its way up to the vagus nerve, deal with the hypothalamus gland, come back down in your gut, and this machine that God gave us is marvelous. Marvelous. But we have other people out here playing God and think they could get what we want, to do what we want, to do what they want in the name of money. Me, I know what that means. But once you're listening to Mr. Johnson, you could get some guidance. All right? Miss Punella, good morning to you. I tell you, Miss Punella, tell people your name is Punella and you run things. Punella, blessed morning to you, my dear. Thank you for locking on. Hope all is well. No. Let me see. I like to acknowledge my people who send my morning blessings. Anyhow, this is again. I don't want to lose my train of thought. This is the deal. All right. Let me stay locked because I keep getting distracted with that news I just got there from my brother. When the speed of the stuff, this is very analogous to the human body. When we eat certain things and a lack of nutrition and all that stuff, this is what happened. In essence, our body, some of us cannot refine raw materials. Let me put this way to you. You have a brand new car. Brand new car. Drain out all the oil from the engine and drive it. Just do that. It's not that anything is inherently wrong with the engine. No. You just didn't give it what it needs. Again, this is what happens to the human body. But some of us believe that we can get all the essential nutrients and minerals from the foods we buy every day. The stuff that you line up for on the road with a Coke. And then you buy some bourbon biscuit and a Coke, and you believe you can get essential nutrients from that. And when a virus hits you, you're done. Because you've been running on fumes. That is what I talk about, is the absence of disease, good health. No, good health is your body's ability to knock any virus that comes at it, which means you have a robust immune system. That can only be robust if it's nutrified. People, let me tell you something carefully. Listen to Tobago Twanya. Nobody cannot make minerals. Minerals come from the earth. Minerals come from God. Men understand that if you do not have certain minerals in your body, If you don't have zinc in your body, we know goes on with stuff that is a part of a deficit and truly a conduit to impotence. Zinc, our mineral. If you get it from the foods you eat, the plants suck it up from the earth. So for those of you who do not believe in botanical herb, you need to think again, because you lack a dangerous viewpoint of knowledge. And you all have people who think that all you could drug all your way into good health. Explain to me how you could get back your stomach flow, bacteria, Akkermansia, mucinophilia with drugs. Explain to me. I will wait till 2089. Even when they burn me on a pile of wood or put me down 6 foot, I will wait. And these are the stupid things that we buy. It's like we can't even think for ourselves. Well, for those of you who don't believe in botanical herb, you should not eat. What you should be doing is eat rock, stone, and iron. Because let me tell you something. If minerals was something that comes from other stuff, other than from the earth, all of us will be rich because we'll make our own silver and gold. We would do that on our own. It comes from the earth. Either we eat the animal that eat the grass that sucks up the stuff from the earth, or we eat the plant that sucks up the mineral from the earth. It doesn't come from anywhere else. So these things have to be imported into the human body. Yet all of us, many of us walk around with 45% our natural self, our normal self, 45% of what's supposed to be 100, walking around half dead with 6 and 7 drugs and think that's normal, and think it's normal to be sick. I don't know where we learn all that foolishness from. You have a fraternity that is 112 years old, come want to rule your life and tell you what you need. I'm depressed, give me a drug. Me and my kid can't get along home, I get a drug for that. My head hurt, it have a drug for that. I can't walk good, it have a drug for that. Dementia, it have a drug for that. I get some kind of spiritual loss, it have a drug for that. Everything has a drug. We buy all that hook, line, and sinker. And you know, what prefaced this? Let me preface this by saying, many of us call ourselves Christian. I like, again, when I talk about my nutritional stuff, I bring wholeness and wellness into the play, because I can't talk about one without the other. It's synergistic, just like I put them synergistically together when you come by my office. Just like I put those herbs synergistically together. All right? We can't talk about them things here. Okay. So, the idea is, if you do not nutrify the human body, good structure cannot be obtained. You will have weak muscles, weak bones, and you will have a body that cannot handle anything. Hence the reason you are so vulnerable and susceptible to the narrative, the party narrative of a job good for you. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me repeat myself. Thank God for antibiotics. Thank God for lidocaine. Thank God for insulin for the type 1 diabetics. Thank God for many things. But these things cannot cure you. They will manage your disease until you're dead. You want cure? Go and eat properly. Stop using vegetable seed oil. Stop using ultra-processed foods, and replete the body with nutritional medicine, botanical herbs. Let me tell you something. For all the brothers out there, I will tell you something this morning. For all the brothers out there who have prostate issue, all you call me. Call me. And if it ain't fix, I will eat my shoes with mustard and ketchup. Call me. Because these things are precipitated by other things. Move away from those things, because all that happens is that the prostate is swollen and squeeze the urethra and inhibits urine flow. For the women who cannot get pregnant, it's because you cannot ovulate. It needs estrogen in order for you to ovulate. Well, it's getting hammered by the food you eat because it's loaded with insulin. For the brothers who has impotence, y'all know what's going on there. It's the same thing. It's metabolic diseases. Look, we could do way better than we are doing now. But you know, another thing is, a lot of people like to make excuses for their health. They will put off an appointment as it pertains to their health until they can't walk no more, until they can hardly breathe. Keep putting it off. Because the reason you're putting it off, the reason you are in the position you are now, it's because you continue to put off your appointments for your own health. And let me tell you, here's the other part that people don't like and get emotional with. The religious thing and the cultural thing. Hear what? And another part is, it's okay for us to spend exorbitant amount of money on external things. A car, we hair, we nail, with this, clothes, buying our shoes. Listen, let me tell you something. Anybody who know me, I tell people this. If I have to pay more than $600 or $800 for a pair of shoes, it had to come when I call it. When I whistle it, jump off the shelf, come on the foot, lace up, or go on itself. I'm not doing that. I'd rather take that money and go and help somebody, some poor people, buy some food for them and do stuff like that. I don't need these things to validate who I am. Validation comes from internal. I don't need those stuff. And I wish more people could do that. Your health is priority, because you can't enjoy those things if you don't have good health. How on earth can you enjoy your good health? How? How? And these are the things we continuously do, day by day, day by day. We have a problem spending a little bit of money to nutrify our body. But if you don't do it, hear what will happen. You pay the farmer. You hear what you do? Pay the farmer now or pay the farmer later. You know what I mean by that? Pay the farmer who has the garden and having old food now, or you pay the pharmaceutical industry later. That will cost you way more. There is a difference between price and cost, ladies and gentlemen. Eh? So what it will cost you to repair your health, you may spend the rest of your life doing so. Because sometimes it may be too late for some of us. It might be too late for some of us. And I continue to scold people. I continue to scold. Look, the brother that's talking to you now, I don't know if you could see me on TV or you could see me on wherever you are. The brother that's talking to you now is 64. I'm in the 29th of September, I'll be 64 years young. Sit beside that for a little bit. When you are stressed, the definition of stress, when you are stressed, if you do not nutrify your body enough, stress don't regulate genes and a lot of things don't work. People, many of the diseases that we have in our body, the chronic diseases that we have in our body, many of it isn't hereditary. It's things like beta thalassemia and a few other things that are hereditary. What we have is a metallasian problem. Well, my mother had diabetes, my father. Well, yes, because you copy the lifestyle. You copy the lifestyle. And anybody who wants to argue with me, I always say, why does a twin that come from the same mother and father, a twin that comes from the same biological mom and dad, one has diabetes and one doesn't? How come? Where that come from? Well, if it's hereditary, why your twin doesn't have it? They got the same genes and chromosome. What happened? What go on there? But we like the emotional things. The world, we like emotions. We don't understand that our power is in, and I and all learned that the hard way, and I'm still learning, that our power lies in how we respond to things. Not necessarily what happens to us, but how we respond to what happens to us. And that is across the border. Here is our method of thinking. We believe that certain parts of the body is disconnected with certain part. That is what we believe. So you're going to take something for this one here. You're good. Papa, stop your nonsense. Everything is connected. Everything. The nervous system, the blood vessels in our body, the blood vessels, if you're journeying from end to end, I said this already, I'm going to say it again, is 64,000 miles if you're journeying from end to end. Everything is connected. That is why you got to do synergistic nutrition. I don't care how good a product is or how good they spruce it up to sell it. if it's not done synergistically, not nagwan. It's got to work together. Everything is hand in hand, just like a motor vehicle. Why are you running to fix a vehicle quick when something happens? Because you know what can happen to you on the road. You know what eventually can happen, because everything in that car is dependent on each other. But we want to treat our body differently. And you know what? We won't make excuses to go and fix Wikaino, but we will make excuses for our health. I'm going to give you another story. And I talked about it last week. Let me press the refresh button and let some of you think about this for a little bit. Let's suppose you have a friend. Everywhere you invite this friend, they keep disappointing you. They're just not reliable. Or they're supposed to start gym, no gym. Or they're supposed to go out, they blank you. At the last moment, they're always blanking you. You call them and you tell them you need some help. At the end, let's say you're in a dire position, you call them because you thought you were their friend until that time. You call them, and then they blank you. Everything they do, they blank you. Well, let me tell you something. Many of us are that person to ourselves. We make excuses for everything, and then we blame other people. We do that all the time. So when the friend disappoints you, look at your own self. Because we always choose people in our lives that somehow tear us down. And here what happened. Those people are very duplicitous. They're fake. And I'm not here to badmouth nobody. I am just telling you, all of us need to up our game. And the fake thing shouldn't work. You have a friend, tell him like it is. Him or her, like it is. If they're mad at you for that and they move away, that's okay, because they're making space for better people to come on your frequency. That's all that's happening there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening the line. If anybody want to have a question for me, you can call me. And I can, as I go on and pontificate and can bring up some more issues. 342-0081. Don't make your comment long if you want to call in. 342-0081 or 466-5391. 466-5391. Let me say those numbers again. 342-0081 and 466-5391. If you want to call in and you have a question that pertains to your health, then please do that. Don't call in here and ask me nothing about politics. We got our problems. Okay? My brother, Stephen, when you look on Stephen, let me know, man. When Stephen in the United States, when you look on, let me know. This brother is an ex-police officer. He served in the police service, the TTPS, for 18 years. He went outside, and the brother has a book out. And I would like everybody, you go on Amazon, look for it, the book. And the title of the book, well, the name is Stephen Charles. Right? Stephen Charles is the brother name. A Man of the Soil. Okay? Be different. They're not like me. That's the name and topic of this book. The author, Stephen Charles, ex-police. Go and check it out. Be different. They're not like me. And he wants to give you some of his personal experience. The brother is good. When we had a good time when he was here for the carnival season. So, but I hope, Stephen, that you can come back and do what you need to do. All right. So, that is it, Stephen. I don't understand where you're calling in, man. Let me hear what you have to say, Stephen. You're live on air. What you saying, my brother? Good morning, Stephen. You're calling me and I'm not hearing you. You're calling me from the States. I'm not hearing you, bro. Something with the call, I know, and it kind of frees up to the, you know, going on here. All right. I don't send out some love for you already, Stephen. Lock on in the United States. I don't know what's going on with the phone here. And the call, it's stuck. I try to answer your call, but I already tell people on the air to get your book. Be different. They're not like me. Brother, ex-police officer, TTPS, served 18 years in Trinidad and Tobago Police Services. And my brother, all the best to you. Yeah, man. So, do the things you have to do, my brother, and continue to do what you need to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, and I'll tell you again, be the person you want the other person to be. You make the difference. Be that. Because there are no right person for nobody. And let me repeat that. There are no right person. Many of you say, I'm waiting for the right person forever. God gonna send me the right person. Well, God gonna send you the right person when you make yourself right. But you wait for the right person there and think they will come. When you make yourself the best non-negotiable version of you who you can become, people come right on your frequency, and that's where you meet people. If you want to buy a Mercedes Benz, don't go and look for where they're selling B14. It's just simple as that. But I digress. Many of us, all of us, are entitled to our own opinion. We are just not privileged enough to be entitled to our own set of facts. So again, when people want to get emotional, understand this. Understand this. Do the best you can, the best you know how. Recoil, rethink, and think about what you think about. Let's move on. Again, as I said it before, you cannot get minerals from the foods we eat unless it was planted in an area that is conducive to such that plant suck it up and we eat the plant, or the animal that eat the plant. That's how you get it. One of the most powerful antioxidant is glutathione, which is linked to selenium. Right, glutathione. And I was saying before, it doesn't matter how good a product is being advertised. Papa, let me tell you something. If it's not synergistically used, or your homocysteine level is not high, you're wasting time with that product. And Mr. Johnson, don't do fractionated nutrition. You know what's fractionated nutrition? I get called all the time. You have anything for prostate? You have anything to help the testosterone? You have anything to help with impotence? I have all them things. It don't work so. Because when you come by me and I give you one of those things and you leave, 2 or 3 months later, you're going to badmouth me and my product because it wouldn't work. Because like I said before, there's always a precipitation why we are in the position that we are in. Look, healing the body temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe. Listen to my commercial, you'll hear it. That is the truth, right? When allopathic, our regular MD care, which is 112 years old, if so much, and I don't know what it means by that they think they could come and run the world here by the Carnegies, the Rothschilds and them that legislate themselves and think that they want to rule us and take over the world. And anyway, that's something, I need to watch more sometime what I'm saying, so let me keep that part alone. But they feel that they could run the world and rule us and tell us what to do and what to take and what to put on we body. Listen, people, ladies and gentlemen, again, as I said before, in the last 3.5 years, I lost 5 good friends who were very close to me because I refused and I made certain comments about taking that jab. All right? I lost them for life. And that's okay. That's okay. So I am not sitting here pretending to know everything, because I tell you, my disclaimer is, I know I do not know everything. But if I could guide you along a way, have an open mind. Leave the myopic thinking, the dogmatic way of thinking for a little bit. Because some of us, because of what we believe and what we believe, well, I believe this. Well, you could believe what you want. When reality hits you, it's different. So let me explain to you for some of us who believe certain things. You could go on top of a rooftop and pray to our Creator as much as you want. You could do that if you want. Jump off. You will quickly realize that you just defy the law of gravity, and you will not even realize sudden stop was dangerous. Think about that for a minute, because that's our mode of thinking sometimes. It's our mode of thinking. We need to up our game, ladies and gentlemen. We need to do that. Many of us that are suffering in chronic states know we are in that particular position because we listen to the wrong people, and these are educated people with wrong information. We listen to the wrong people, we eat the wrong foods, and we continue to eat the wrong foods. Do you know what oxidization means? If you look at a building on the street, whether it's a dilapidated building or a building that is 10 years or 15 years old that is still using, look at the beam that's cracked and look at the steel, where you could see the steel, and tell me if that steel still look new. That is oxidization. Do you know the same happens when you eat certain foods? It does. It does. Look, I'm not tooting my own here, my own horn here unnecessarily. When I toot it, it's because I want you to understand there are people who believe in me. I got some information yesterday from one of my brethren in the States. He sent his blood for me to look at. He did some blood work and he sent it for me to look at, right? They're scared to death. His blood work right now is in my phone, right? His cholesterol is 250. So they scare him to death and they tell him he has to go on medication. And this is what before I start explaining certain things to him, I said, here, what's going on? You have 4 children. If you want to live for your kids, stay away from that. And go and do some do some search. And the empirical evidence will emerge right in front of you. That people who decide they want to play God, and they know more than the one that created us, that put one benchmark for everybody across the border. I don't know why you're not thinking for yourself, or no. I don't know why you're not thinking for yourself. Everybody on the entire planet, cholesterol is supposed to be 200 and under. But what kind of trouble are you in here, so? A man who weighs 120, a man who weighs 150, a man who weighs 180, 200, 300, 400 pounds, you're telling me his biochemistry, his BMI, supposed to be the same blood pressure? But listen, let me tell you something. Folks, please think for yourself. Because the result, and again, let me remind you people, the 3rd leading cause of death on the face of this earth is doctor misleading, over-prescribing, wrong this and wrong that. Go, again, I'm reminding you, go and look at the John Hopkins study, John Hopkins University study in April of 2016. Go and look at it. It's right there. They outlined everything. Also, go and look at Harvard study in 2019. You could see it. And there's a way you can see it. It's all there to show you that this empirical evidence is the truth. Here what the deal is. Cholesterol was 350 60 years ago. It was okay to do this. A pathologist come on national television and talk about that. There was another pathologist that talked about that. She ain't alive now because they bust his skull. Right? She was at 60 years ago. That was happening. Only wonder why we had dementia. Why dementia? And it's so prevalent around women per se. Because women like doctors. Not that anything wrong with that, but they like doctor. But no, we men, we don't like no doctor. So most men don't suffer with dementia. Statin drugs dry up their brains, and this is what happens. And people don't like the truth. People, you could research these things for yourself. It's there. If you don't know how to do an NNT, I will teach you how to do it. An NNT, number needed to treat. It will tell you over 5 years how many people were actually cured from taking statin drugs. It tells you that. In 5 years, many of you guys, you need to strap yourself down, because when you get the truth about that, your head may explode. Or you may shoot off your chairs like a rocket. But again, we're afraid of the truth, because when our emotion convicts us, it convicts us. And we have problems. We have problems. I keep saying, if you gather in a room and you are the smartest person in the room, you are the most intelligent person in the room, you're definitely in the wrong room. Nobody knows everything. Nobody. But what we should know are the things that aren't good for us. Things that aren't good for us. And I look at my brethren blood test yesterday. The lipid panel, based on their measurement, is perfect. The RDW, the mean corpuscles, the hematocrit, all that, triglycerides, but they're blaming cholesterol. Listen, if your triglycerides is more than 149, you hear why I'm telling you people, and some astronomical, the triglycerides is high. If you walk around and ask brothers, who's the top football scorer on the face of the earth? They're telling you off the bat. Who's the top cricketer? They're telling you off the bat. Who's the top basketball player? They're telling you off the bat. When they start, they're telling you off the bat. Ask them, what's your triglycerides? Da, 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 da. We need to do better. When triglycerides is over 149 and some people it's 300 and something. You have some people, I see the blood test, the triglycerides is 250, but they're flagging the cholesterol because they tell you cholesterol goes in the arteries and block it and cause osteosclerosis. If cholesterol is the antichrist, why is it only in the vein, only in the arteries? Why it's not in the vein? Could you please explain that? I will wait. But they oversee that, they overlook at a triglycerides, which you're one piece of cake away from a heart attack, because triglycerides is fat in the blood. Your hematocrit is the viscosity of the blood, how thick it is. Well, we are studying that. We are looking at the uric acid. We are looking at that. We're not looking at free radicals. Oh, no, no, no. Because that don't mean much to the human mind. What means a lot is the perpetrating and the inept, imprecise language of what cholesterol does to the human. So let me remind all you again. Let me remind everybody again. The Father, the Creator, I'm just looking at my time here. It's almost up. Let me remind all you again. The Creator allow us, the human body, to make cholesterol on its own. The cholesterol is so important to the human body, the liver makes it. The liver makes it. We have trillions of cells in our body. All is synthesized with cholesterol. All. I will continue next week with this cholesterol stuff because my time is up. So keep it locked for next week. Right? And I want to bring it up so that you understand. Look, this is Mr. Johnson. I offer a free consultation. Anything that is chronic, let us talk. You don't have to get nothing from me. But when you leave from by me, you will be more edified than you came. Me too, because I would learn from you. Okay? I would learn from you. My consultation is absolutely free. Anything chronic. 736-3962, 736-3962, or 278. Oh, sorry, that's a defunct number. Or 709-8450, 709-8450, 709-8450. I offer you a free consultation. Ladies and gentlemen, my time with you was a beautiful thing. I hope I impact at least one person. That happens, my love and my hour was well worth it. In this life, we all need each other to be each other. Without each other, we are simply not each other. Am I my brother's or sister's keeper? Yes, I am. This is the way it should be. Until next week, right here, by the grace of the Creator, until next week, right here. Until then, this is Mr. Johnson, a.k.a. RJ Megan.
Is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the Healthiest Corner on Earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of The Street 919 FM.